Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Gentle Media. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the vMix visual set. Yes, I know you would want to be splitting your screen. You want the preachers to be showing on one side and you want to split it with scripture. All right, you want to show them side by side. All right, so I'm going to show you how you can achieve that with vMix visual set. All right, so there are templates already prepared for you. Yes, vMix has already prepared this template for you, and you can show 4 cameras at a time. Yes, you can actually display 4 cameras on your screen at a time, just as you are seeing on your screen right now. Yes, something like this. Yeah. All right, so stay with me and let's dive straight into the tutorial. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share this video with your friends. And if you're a returning subscriber, kindly like and share this video as well. If you have any question, drop it at the comment section. All right, so without further ado, let's dive straight into the tutorial. Don't forget, my name is Victor Eje. This is Gentle Media. All right, so we have camera here, we have scripture, we have 2 videos, and we have this logo right here. Let me bring in the one that has a background. Let me bring in this one that has background. All right, let me stretch it so it will cover the screen. Okay. All right, so now let's bring in the visual set. So doing that, go to your add input right here, click on your add input. You will see the visual set. You can see, click it. All right, so you already have templates. vMix has already prepared templates that you can make use of. All right, so if you're any one of your choice, you can just make the selection. Okay, so if you want to show the preacher and the Bible, you can see this one is good for it. This one is perfect for it. You can make use of this one as well. All right, and if you want to show 4 cameras at a time, you can see this one right here is perfect for it. This one is perfect for it as well. All right, so there are many templates. So but let's go with this. Let's go with this. So we'll show the preacher and the Bible. All right, so click it and then hit OK. All right, so this is it right here. Let me just drag it to the top here. All right, so you can see how it looks like. So your preacher will be here and then your scripture will be here. So let's configure it now. All right, so doing that, come to this setup right here, close to this this one you just added, this multi-view you just added. Come to the setup, click it, and then you are seeing this layer. If you click the drop down arrow, you see left, you see right, you see foreground. This left is this box at the left, that is for the preacher. All right, the right is this box at this right hand side here, while this foreground is this background you are seeing right here. All right, so now is on left. Now what are we putting inside that left? What are we sending there? All right, so this is the input, is on none. So click the drop down arrow and select the camera you want to put there. All right, so I'll select the HP camera. All right, so you make your own selection. You can see we have the HP camera. This front camera has been added already. All right, so for the right, come to the layer again. Under this layer, click the drop down arrow and select right. All right, so you've selected the right, shows that you want to make settings to the right hand side box. All right, so under this input is on none, click the drop down arrow, and what are we putting there? We are putting our easy worship. So I'll select my easy worship right here. So you can see we now have our preacher and then we now have our easy worship position right here. All right, so if you want to send it to the screen, you can actually use merge. Yes, if you use merge, it will give you a very sweet transition. Take for instance, we have sent it to the screen. If we want to return to this camera 1 now, I can actually use merge. You can see the transition is giving me, and you can see how beautiful it is. All right, so if it's too slow, you can click this drop down arrow close to this merge, click the drop down arrow, come down, and then you can reduce the duration to 500. Yes, to make it faster. All right, and you can actually, it was on 1000. Yeah, it was on 1000. I reduced it to 500. All right, so if I add another one, you will understand it's on 1000, reduce it to 500, else it will be too slow. All right, so you can see merge, merge, merge. All right, so you can see I'm displaying the scripture and the preacher. All right, so if I want to go back to the scripture, instead of just hitting the scripture on the screen, I can just use a transition. So if I preview the scripture now and I click on merge, you can see merge back. You can see it. All right, so take for instance, if it's on your output screen and you want to go back to your scripture, all right, you want to go back to your scripture, all you need to do is just to preview the scripture and then use merge. You can see merges. You can see the transition is giving you, but if I use fade, or if I use cut, see what it's giving me. But if I use merge, you can see the transition. All right, if I want to go back to camera one, yeah, the preacher, so I can preview it and then merge. You can see it. All right, so let's add more visual sets. All right, let's add more templates so that we'll add 4 inputs. All right, so I'll come to my add inputs, come to visual sets. Let's scroll down a bit. Let's look for the one that has, how many inputs do we have here? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have 6. Can actually add 6 inputs here. All right, but let's add the 4 first. Okay, let me scroll down. Let me look for, okay, let's go with this. Let's go with this one right here. All right, so if you want to add things to your inputs and you already have plenty inputs, you already have plenty things added. All right, so and you want it to be at the top, you don't want it to go to the last. When you select what you've added, if you come to this number, you can see if number 8 is going to number 8, but I can actually click the drop down arrow and change it to any position I want. If I want it to be the second input or the third input, I can actually select it. So let me select 3 right here and then hit OK. You can see instead of going down, it's now at the top. All right, so you can see it's the number 3. Why this one now is the number 4. All right, so this one we've added. Now let's configure it. All right, let's configure it. Let's go to our setup, come to setup. The layer is on background. We are not working on the background. All right, so change it from background to box 1. Box 1. You can see we have 4 boxes and you can see it, box 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so select box 1, which means we want to put something inside the box 1. All right, so come to your inputs. What are we placing inside the box 1? Is on none. All right, so let me click the drop down arrow. What are we putting there? The HP cam. All right, so let me select the HP cam. You can see it is now on the box 1. All right, so how about the box 2? Come to your layer and put it on box 2. All right, select box 2. What are we placing inside the box 2? Take for instance our scripture. So I'll select my easy worship. You can see it right there. All right, how about the box 3? Come to your layer right here, click it and then select box 3. Box 3. All right, so the input, what are we placing inside the box 3? Let me select this video right here. You can see it. All right, now under the layer, the box 4, let's select the box 4, click it and select box 4. All right, so what are we putting there? Let me select this other video. All right, you can see it. Here's the video. Let me just quickly play it. Let me play the video. All right, so you can see we have 4 inputs right here. All right, so you can actually position your camera this way. I can put it with your scripture this way, depending on how you want it. All right, remember, you use merge. Don't use any other transition. Use merge, so it will give you a beautiful transition effect. So if I click on merge, you can see how it merges to the 4. It shows the 4 inputs we just added on the visual set. All right, so if I click on merge, it goes back to the camera 1. All right, take note, anything you have on your preview, all right, if you click on merge, that's what is going to merge to. All right, so I want to merge back to the scripture. All right, so I can preview my scripture and then click on merge. You can see it. If I want to return back, I can merge it back. You can see it. All right, let me merge to this video right here. You can see it. You can see it. Let me merge to this video. All right, let me merge to the quad. All right, so you can see. All right, so you can actually make use of any template you want. All right, there are plenty templates. If you want to add 8 cameras, if you want 8 scenes to show, just go through the template, the visual set, the template they have for you, and then select any one. I already show you how you can configure it. All right, so in my next tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can apply shortcuts to all these stuffs. All right, to everything, how you can use shortcuts in vMix. All right, so that's how to make use of the vMix visual set. All right, so if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends and loved ones. All right, don't forget to drop your comments. Okay, if you have any question, drop it at the comment section. Okay, and if you have any tutorial, if you want me to do any tutorial, let me know at the comment section. All right, if you want to join my WhatsApp group, the link is in the description of this video. All right, so see you in my next tutorial. Don't forget, my name is Victor Eje. This is Gentle Media.